I am so excited because the awesome people over at Faster Way to Fat Loss, Amanda and her team, have offered Passionate Penny Pincher readers a code to save $25 off their program, which is like truly, I talk a lot about deals on Passionate Penny Pincher. It is unheard of. They do not offer these kinds of savings at all. So they are a fantastic deal. You are gonna love them. Use the code Penny Pincher at checkout. Click the link in the video if you're interested in learning more about Faster Way. I'm gonna tell you all about it today and kind of what I do. I just thought I'd bring everything up here and show you how I do fasting, what it even means for me. I thought this might kind of give you, I know a lot of people ask me, they're like, Lori, what is fasting? In fact, my friend that I walked with this morning, she was like, you did a 24-hour fast yesterday? What even is that about? So I'm gonna give you all the answers to all the things and tell you that a new round is starting this Monday. So use the code Penny Pincher at checkout to save $25 if you're interested in the Faster Way. So the Faster Way to Fat Loss is a weight loss program that I've been using for about the last 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. I've used it at least 2 to 3 years. I found it and I wish I could have found it 20 years ago. I'm gonna show you what the food looks like and then I'll tell you my story, but so you know what the food looks like. First of all, the weight training. Let me tell you about the workouts. What I love when you use Faster Way to Fat Loss is they include your workouts. So I take my weights. I have a set of 10s, a set of 5s, and then I also have a set of 15s in the basement. They're really heavy. I didn't want to bring them up this morning. And then I just use the workouts that are included online. So first of all, you get all the workouts included. You get access to all of them. You have tons of menu plans. There's a private group. There is so much. And actually right now, if you sign up for the Monday group, there will be a group of, there's already a group of like 15 Passionate Penny Pincher people. We're all going to be in the same group together, which I think will be super fun to do it with other like-minded folks. So all the weight training, everything I do here at home with my weights, which is super handy. I also walk a lot and do a few other things just because I have a really sedentary job. Then as far as the food goes, okay, let's talk food, guys. So in the morning, I typically have, here's what it looks like. I have nothing for breakfast, so I just have my coffee for breakfast. Then days are split out differently. So a low carb day would look like this. This is my chicken salad from the Low Cal Meals, along with some almonds. The chicken salad has like, I think it's like 12 net carbs, so very few net carbs. On a low carb day, you can have up to, what is it, 40? I can have, at my weight where I'm at, I can have up to 40 net carbs if I'm trying to lose weight. I can have more if I'm maintaining, which is kind of where I'm at right now. Another idea on a low carb day for my fasting break around noon is that I will go ahead and have 2 eggs, some olive oil, sauteed in some olive oil, and some spinach. So that's a great option. So that would be low carb day, which typically is 2 days a week. So that's under 40 calories. Now, I'm sorry, that's, y'all, under 40 net carbs. Not under 40 calories. Typically, it depends on your weight. You track all of your weight through MyFitnessPal, all of your calorie counts and everything else. It is super doable. Now, on a regular day, where I'm doing a regular, like today is a regular macro day. So I would have some spinach salad, I should call it my red, white, and blue salad. It's spinach, chicken, leftover ranch chicken, Parmesan tenders from last night, some strawberries, some blueberries, some goat cheese. So yummy, absolutely delicious. I could also have chicken minestrone soup, which was from our slow cooker recipes. I love these 2 dressings. They're my 2 favorites, so I thought I would show those to you today. Sweet Vidalia onion or raspberry vinaigrette. Okay, so you ready for my full weight loss story now that I've given you, oh, and y'all know I love York peppermint patties. So pretty much after every meal, even on low carb days, I try to, well, at least I probably have 2 of these on net carb days because I really like my peppermint patties and they're great joy to me. So I keep them up in my closet hidden from myself because if I had them right here, I would eat them all. So anyways, yeah, so they have, I would just count those in my macros. Okay, so here's basically kind of the plan and then my story with the plan. The plan makes you do low carb. You typically fast every day from noon till 8. I said that wrong. Your eating window is from noon till 8. You fast from 8 p.m. at night until the next morning, until the next day at noon. Because I wake up super early, I actually fast until, I usually start my fast around 6:30 at night, and then I wake up and I usually have breakfast or lunch around 11:30 because I wake up at 5. So I do that super well. Then here's the next thing. You're gonna do that 7 days a week. I'll confess to you that I probably do that faithfully 5 days a week. Couple days if I have breakfast, if my kids go out to breakfast, I'm not gonna be crazy. This is the one thing I don't want you to do. How many of you, give me a harder like, have been with someone who's on a diet and everything about their life revolves around the food and how much they can eat. I'm not going to do that. So if people are around, I'm going to enjoy my people around me. I'm going to be okay. But when I'm home and on my own, I fast. Nobody's around. It makes me get work done easier. It's easy peasy. Now, tell me, how many of you have struggled with your weight? Give me a heart or like if you have ever struggled with your weight. The other thing I will tell you, and tell me your story too, and I'll try to read those in the comments at the end. The other thing that's super important is that you then have days where you eat different carbs. So on Monday and Tuesday, it's typically a low carb day. So like I said, these would be my low carb day meals. This is kind of an example. Maybe one peppermint patty on a low carb day, okay? We'll see. Those are Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, like this week, Wednesday was a fasting day this week, or a feasting day. So you ate a bunch of extra calories. So like I had a ton of calories to eat on Wednesday. Thursday was a 24-hour fast window. So what you're doing, so many diets, keto and so many other things, trick your body to where you always have to do the same thing. I've maintained this weight doing the faster way to fat loss for almost 4 years now because I think my body doesn't know what's coming next. That's my only guess that I can figure out. To me, it makes sense that in the history of the world, people did not always eat the same thing. So in the wintertime, you probably had more dried food. In the summertime, and meat. In the summertime, you had fresh produce. So it makes sense that our bodies are created to cycle. So I love that this naturally makes you cycle. So for me, it just makes sense, and honestly, it's worked. Okay, so here's my weight loss story for those of you who struggle. Good morning. Hey, Flame. Hi, Diane. So glad to see you, Connie. You love intermittent fasting. It's so good for you too. I agree. Is that really enough calories on those 2 plates? No, this is not the calories for the whole day. This is just an example of a few meals. No, this would not be my whole day's worth of food. Trust me, I would be eating way more than this. I would probably have some cheese, some chicken. Yeah, this is just kind of to give you a couple ideas of some meals, things that you can eat. Okay, so I started out as a kid. By the age of 5, I would say, I don't remember ever not being overweight. How many of you guys, I don't remember what it was like to not be overweight. I remember at 8 wearing junior size clothing. Anybody remember that? So at 8 years old, here I was in 3rd grade, and I was quite developed and was literally wearing the junior size. I couldn't fit in anything in the regular clothes. By 10, I was in the women's sizes. By 16, I was probably about 190, 200 by 16. Now I'm pretty tall, I'm 5'8", so I can carry a good bit of weight. But by the time I went to college, I was over 200 pounds. I maxed out at 225 my sophomore year of college. Whew, let me tell you, when you are 225 and you've never known any different, you just kind of assume that's the way life is for you. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me that year. I know a couple of things that happened. We ate a lot. My family ate out a lot when we were kids. I think that eating out is really, really hard, and that's why I'm so passionate about menu planning, because I think even if you don't eat super healthy, if you just eat at home, you're gonna save yourself a bajillion calories. So I'm a hard proponent on eating at home as much as possible, because eating out is just bad for you. It just is. It just is. It's bad on your budget. It's bad on everything. So anyways, went to college, 18 years old, maybe 19. I guess I was 19 or 20. Was a sophomore. January happened, and I decided that I was going to lose some weight. And I dropped 75 pounds by basically eating, at that time, back in the 90s, the big cool thing to do, remember, you 90s girls, was to do no fat. So I did the snack wells. Y'all remember those snack wells? Diet Pepsi, lots of snack wells. I ate 0 fat. I pretty much ate very few calories. And because I was so young, I dropped 75 pounds in like 6 months. It was not healthy. I would not recommend it. However, I didn't learn how to eat well. I was living on a diet that was not possible to sustain. Nobody can sustain the level of calories I was eating. I was eating like 2 grams of fat a day. Like, it was crazy. So it was not a healthy thing. So I didn't learn how to eat well. So I met my husband, bless him. I tell him all the time that if he had met me 3 weeks ahead of time, I would have been 50 pounds heavier and he wouldn't have married me. But that's a whole other story. But I met him. I stayed within probably 25 pounds of that initial weight loss. So I went from 225 to 150. I stayed within 150 to 170 most of my adult life. So from when I was 20 to when I was 40-ish, I guess, I stayed between 150 and 175. I'm 5'7". I wasn't huge by any stretch of the imagination, but I was heavier than I wanted to be, and I didn't feel awesome about myself, ever. Like, never, ever, ever, never did I feel great about myself, and I never learned how to eat well. I also had 3 babies in that time. My body was like, because I had such weight heavy on, how many of y'all have had weight on heavy early in your lives? Like, Who's been here who knows what it's like to have a lot of weight on you before 20? Give me a heart or like if that's you. When you have that weight early on, I have extra, there's just bags of skin. Praise God for good under things to hold all the things together, because I've never done any surgeries or anything else. So I just rely on good under things to save my day. So I went ahead, survived it, but like I said, my body wasn't right. So when I got into my 40s, I finally was a little bit, life calmed down with my kids. I did religiously work out. I will say I have worked out since I lost my weight back in my 20s. I have always worked out. Mostly I work out for my mental ability. If you're struggling emotionally, try working out. It's like a bonus freebie. Like you can just totally get happy just by working out. So I realized I had to work out and I started working out in my 20s. That sucked, but like I said, I stayed between 150 and 175, and it wasn't horrible. I wasn't terribly heavy, but I wasn't really thrilled with myself. Then I started doing video. So every day I got to see myself on a camera, which is really intimidating if you're a nervous girl who's been overweight most of your life. Like, it's scary to see yourself every day on video. So I heard about faster way to fat loss, and I was like, you know what? I should just try that. And I tried it, and I dropped down to my lowest weight of my entire life in my 40s. I'm now 45. I'll just tell you my weight because you probably want to know. So my highest was 225. I lived between 150 and 175. I'm now about 143, 144. I'm happy with that. For me, it's a great weight for me. I tend to carry my weight in my lower half, so it's great on video because I look a little skinnier than I might really be. But I wish I had learned these tricks 25 years ago. I think my whole adult life would have looked differently. And so I just know this works. Like, I don't even know anything else to say. I was actually struggling a little bit with my weight just even 6 weeks ago through the holidays and COVID and everything else. I maintained my weight, but I was just pushing my higher limit, which I have kind of my scale number that I don't want to go past. And so I was like, you know what? I have done the faster way. So I do the fasting all the time. I always do the fasting. I always do the working out. That's not a problem. I get lazy on the carb cycling when I'm not worried about my weight. So I got lazy with the carb cycling. So last week I was like, you know what? I'm back in. I'm right back where I need to be on my weight within a week. So I just know this works. And I know for me, this is the truth of a person who's a long-time overeater and who loves food. I need to know breaks in my food. I think it was really easy for me to start eating at breakfast time and have, cereal, usually a bowl of cereal and maybe a York peppermint patty after the cereal, to eat that. And then at like 10, I'd be like, oh, maybe I need something else. And then at noon, oh, I need something else. 2, I need something else. 4, I was tired. I was always tired in the afternoons. I run a busy business. I didn't have the energy I needed to eat well. So I was taking care of my body. So I started doing this. I don't have that awful, how many of you guys have had that awful feeling after lunch where you're like so tired you can't even like barely read the screen? That's gone for me. That is completely gone at 45. It was not gone at 35. So I'm telling you, if you struggle with this, this will work. I'm also gonna tell you though very clearly, well first, if you use the code PennyPincher, you will save $25 off Amanda's program. It is only this week, so like you need to start it Monday if you're interested. She never offers that deal, so I feel super honored that she's offered that to you guys. I just encourage you, if you're struggling, this will work, but you have to do the work. So if you think this is gonna magically make you drop 20, 30, 50, 80, 100 pounds, it's not going to. It just won't. It's not gonna be magic. You have to do the work. But I think having the set stage of saying, I am only gonna eat between 12 and 8 or 11 and 7, it automatically takes out like what? 16 hours of eating out. So imagine if at least 16 hours of your eating habits are gone. How is that gonna help you in the other times? I think for me, it's just been so successful that I can't say enough good things about it. And the one thing that I think is super fun is they are also offering anybody who orders through our link. So if you order through the link today, you will be in a private group with other Penny Pincher people. So we'll all be there together, just with like-minded folks who have a heart. We have kind of a neat little sweet community here. You guys are all kind of just a sweet bunch. And so I think having us in there together will be fun. Okay, so now I'm gonna answer all of your questions. What is hard for you? Let's see. Lucille says she needs to lose some weight. What is hard is you work at 10 p.m. until 8:30. That is definitely hard. And so I'm betting, I have not heard how to manage it if you work crazy hours, but I bet there's a schedule in there because you can't be the only person who's in that situation for sure. Jody says, I've never been thin when I was healthier. I had a lot of muscle mass. My weight fluctuated a lot during your 30s. It is so hard, and I wish I could see more of your comment. Kathy says you're 59 and you have lost 37 pounds watching what you eat, and you slim fast for breakfast and lunch. That's awesome. So you don't eat, on Thursday, the 24-hour fast. About once every few weeks, they do a 24-hour fast, which means you eat dinner at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. It's a feasting day, so you actually eat a lot of extra calories on Wednesday. You finish at 5 or 6, whatever time at night. So like dinner time for your family, I would just say. Like in everything, make this work with your family, because otherwise it's just not gonna work. So 5 or 6, you finish dinner. The next day, you don't eat anything. I do drink coffee, but you don't drink anything else the next day until 5 p.m. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Y'all wanna hear my real feasting day story? This week, I did not check the schedule, and I thought it was a low-cal day. No, I thought it was a regular day. I ate super low-cal on feast day. So the day that I was supposed to be feasting, I didn't eat super low-cal, but my calories were low that day. So then at night, I realized that I was supposed to have a fast day the next day. So I thought, I'm gonna do it as long as I can. I ended up fasting from like 5 p.m. on Wednesday till 3 p.m. on Thursday. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make myself sick, because it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. Okay, let's see. You're 72 and 20 pounds overweight. Any help for you? Carolyn, I have heard so many people in over 50 who this has helped. I think it would help you. I can't say that for sure because I'm not in your boat. And I will say that like this last year, I have definitely seen, I just turned 45. I definitely have seen a difference, and I have to really watch what I eat. But I think it will help. If you have not done anything like it, I think it's gonna help. Can you have unsweetened almond milk? Yes. So with your coffee, Samantha, in the morning, yes, I do have, what I have is a cup of coffee and skim milk. I use 2 tablespoons of skim milk. Well, I use a tablespoon, I do 2 cups of coffee in the morning. Each one has a tablespoon of skim milk. So you can definitely do that along with I use sugar-free sweetener. Leslie has been fasting down. You're down, Leslie's my friend in real life. You're down 50 pounds. You didn't need to lose 50 pounds. I've seen you. That's amazing. That's so good to hear. Let's see. I am Michelle. I am 5'7", 5'8". I was 5'8". I'm shrinking a little bit. I'm 5'7". Going without coffee and creamer is tough for you. Yeah, you can do coffee with a sweetener. So I use stevia, and then add in your creamer. You do the 24-hour fasting every day. You got used to only drinking coffee until the evening. Wow, you do fasting every day, Bridget? Surely not every day. Vicky made such a good comment. Thank you, Vicky, for saying that. Vicky said, this is great, but you have to get up and move. I will say, so in the workouts, Amanda includes 30-minute workouts, which are done super fast. I have a completely sedentary job. I'm a blogger. So I run a business. I'm online. After I finish up Facebook Live, I sit at the computer for like 12 hours a lot of days. So I try to up my workouts because I know that I have to make up for the fact that I'm going to be sitting for 12 hours. So you definitely have to move for sure. How do you track? You track using MyFitnessPal. So that's all included. Can you have collagen in your coffee? And if I have collagen, I will wait till later in the morning to have my collagen. So I always make sure like my first cup of coffee is plain, and so like around 11 or 10:30, I might add my collagen then. Yeah, I think your goal is to stay under 50 calories with anything in the morning. That's your goal. You fasting 0 calories. What is considered a high calorie day? So Tracy, it depends so much on your height and your weight and your goals. So for me, if I'm trying to lose weight right now at my current weight, on my regular days, I eat between, I don't even want to tell you because I'm not even sure this is 100% accurate. I want to say between 13 and 1400 calories on a regular day or a lower cal day. A feasting day would be like 2300 calories. So it's a good chunk. Now on my regular days when I'm not trying to lose weight, if I'm just trying to maintain, which is what I'm doing most of the time, I can't even tell you because I'd have to look at MyFitnessPal. I just follow MyFitnessPal. I don't even pay attention. Maybe 15 to 1700 calories. I don't know. It's so dependent on you. I'm pretty tall. I am 144 pounds, so I can't eat like a girl who's 120 pounds. But yeah, it just really depends on you. 3 years ago, you lost over 130 pounds in the 100 days when it started fasting, which is a month. I think it's so valuable. I think the fasting is huge, guys, for so many people. You do IF about 4 to 5 days a week, 16 to 18 hours. You're fat adaptive, so it's not hard. That's awesome. I've lost 47 pounds doing low carb and no sugar. Fantastic. Okay, thanks for giving an idea. Jennifer says a book, Delay, Don't Deny. I think that is so important. I'm betting that's about fasting as well. 62 here, about to be 63 in February. Congratulations, Diane. That is a fantastic age, and I know, but I do know it makes it harder to keep that. I know it makes it harder on your weight. How tall am I? I am between 5'7" and 5'8". I was 5'8". I'm getting shorter fast. Will the coupon be good for the next round? Amy, they have never offered us a coupon code like this before. They really don't offer coupons because they don't have to. They have enough people. And it takes, I will say, as a business owner, the amount of effort that goes into the Facebook groups and everything else they offer you, they are offering you more than any other program I've seen. And it just takes a lot of time and energy. There have to be people on the other side of the screen on Facebook to answer your questions. So I don't know how long they'll offer it for, but I hope they'll offer it again, but I don't know right now. Let's see. You love food and had to learn the fat loss lasts longer than flavor. That's true. That's true. Fat loss does last longer than flavor, so you will feel fuller on low carb days. Is it a one-time fee or annually, etc.? Lisa, it's one-time fee for 6 weeks. After that, you can either resubscribe and do another one. They have a VIP program that's a little bit less money. I will say the one thing to think about if you're struggling with this, do it one time. You'll learn the tools and you'll get the basic system behind it. So try it out the first time. See if it works for you. After that, you can do the VIP. The nice thing about the VIP is that, remember, you're gonna get all your workouts. So instead of going to the gym, you're having all of your workouts done there at home, which is super valuable too. Do you use your recipe box for the food? So what I do typically is I make my family a regular meal. On a low carb day, I'll pick something that's more low carb as my recipe. A lot of the recipes in the new low cal box coming out in February will match up really, really well. Yeah. Yeah, I think I got through all the questions. So if you are interested, that was a really long video. I think you're gonna love these. I think they're fantastic. I think if you have struggled, if you have truly struggled and you are truly ready to do something different, if you're like, say, if you're watching me right now and you're saying, Laurie, I'm done. I'm sick of this. If you're willing to say, I really want to do something different, this 100%, I know this will work for you if you choose to do it. You have to do the work. I can't magically do it for you. I wish I could, y'all. And if I could take away how yucky it feels to struggle with weight. If I could, I think all the time, I'm like, Lord, of all the things, why couldn't you just make us all look like those people in Avatar? Like make us look all like that. Like, how come you had to make me a person who has to struggle with this every day? I struggle with you guys. It is not like I'm a naturally skinny girl who just sits here. I have to work every day. It's a decision every morning when I wake up to say, you know what? I want to eat all the chocolate. I want to eat all the York peppermint, all of them. I have to fight it every single day. And I don't know why God chose me to have that body type. Maybe he chose you that way too. I don't understand it. It makes me mad. It makes me mad at skinny people. It makes me frustrated. I don't get sick of them. When I see people who are naturally skinny and who've never struggled with their life, I'm like, I don't like you. Anybody else? I don't know why he did this, but I do know that this has helped me and it's made me a stronger person because I am way more resilient. I work 10 times harder because I've always had to. I will do more because of what I've experienced. So I have to trust that God has something really cool in this, that he's teaching you and me, that he's not teaching the other girls. I hope, because it doesn't feel fair. But I think if you do this, it will help, and it will help you, well, I don't even think. If you will do it, and if you are ready to do something different, and if you're really please do not pay for this program. Please do not give anybody your money if you are not willing to do the work. Just don't. So just don't. But if you need something different, I think this can work for you. Okay, you guys, that was a long talk this morning. I'm cheering for you. Click the link in the video. Use the code PennyPincher. Make sure to use that so you save your $25. Yeah, I'm excited to see how many of you guys join me on Monday. Round starts Monday, y'all. We're gonna do this together. It's gonna be fantastic. Have a great day. I'm so thankful for you. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.